Hi, my tubies. It's Sheila True Love, and today's topic, what I want to talk about tonight, is I was laying in my bedroom and I was watching a movie, and it was just very interesting how this person was in a relationship with someone who constantly lied to them, constantly lied, and the person, I call them the narc, they got very upset because the person wouldn't trust them. So today's topic is narcissists. They want unearned trust. Should you trust a narc? When it comes to narcissists, one thing they don't understand is the reason why people fail to trust them. My reason for not trusting anyone who lies to me or who have made it a career, if you will, or have made it a practice to lie to me is because anytime their words and their action it doesn't match or it doesn't measure up, then of course I'm not going to trust them. Just like when you think in terms of how a narcissist can do something that is very upsetting or do something wrong, and they will apologize to you and they expect for you to believe that they are genuinely sorry. Let's just say they did something last week and they feel that they've apologized already, so you just need to get over it and you just need to trust what they say. No, I don't trust anything. Whenever their mouth is moving, you know that they're telling a bunch of lies. No, you have to earn that trust. You know, trust is easily given. Like when I meet someone, I always try to give them the benefit of the doubt, but it's easily given and it's hard to get back once you lost it. But this is something that narcissists don't understand, nor will they ever understand. You have to also keep in mind that narcissists are known to be pathological liars. They do the worst of things and they keep doing the same thing over and over again and again and again. And each time they want to act as though nothing happened. And they want you to see them as trustworthy, even though they've been nothing but manipulative, pathological, and deceiving. Now, you and I both know that when a person has a habit of being a chronic liar, when you're dealing with someone who has made a practice out of lying and they are a chronic liar, you can't believe anything they say. You can't trust anything. The only thing you can do is look at their actions. And most of the time, the narcissist, not even most of the time, yeah, okay, let's say 99.9% of the time, the narcissist's actions never match their words. And then they get upset with you, or they want to try to make you have this guilt trip anytime that you show that you have little or no trust, after they've given you so many reasons not to trust them. Then they try to swing the conversation around so that it seems like there's something wrong with you. It's something messed up about you just because you don't want to take their word. Because why? Their words never line up with their actions. And they can't seem to understand this. Because you refuse to trust them at their word, they're going to try to convince you that you are trying to punish them, that you're trying to make them feel guilty, and that you don't know how to let things go. Haven't they already shown you many, many times over and over that they've proven that they've changed? Even though you and I both know that they haven't changed and all they've done is talk, talk, talk is always talk. But yet they feel entitled to your trust. And they get highly offended if you show doubt in regards to their obvious, so they feel, sincerity. Then they'll ask you questions like, haven't I showed you enough? Or can't you see how much I've changed? Where there's just no legitimate proof that you can simply see. And you can't see any evidence of where they've changed. You hear all this talky talk, but you don't have any proof. So you have to follow your intuition. That intuition that God has blessed us with, especially women. They'll even try to squeeze out some tears to act like they're sincere. And they'll try to seduce you into trusting them, even using that against you as proof that they are trustworthy. We already know how they come out with the tears and they talk about, I've already apologized. We've already talked about this. Yeah, the reason why we keep talking about this is because your words, again, is not matching up with your actions, man. You may talk a good game, and I do mean talk, but that's all you all about. Nothing but talk, talk, talky, talk, talk. We don't see no evidence of your change behavior. When it comes to the narcissist, the only thing you can trust, even if they get angry at you, the only thing you can trust when it comes to them is actions. And I'm not talking about actions here and there every now and again, or they'll bring you some flowers, or they'll act nice, or what have you. No, no. Or even an apology. Um, it has to be something that's massive. And it has to be consistent when it comes to these narcs. Again, do you think they understand that? Of course not. And you notice that when it comes to a narcissist, they don't take accountability for anything. They don't take responsibility. They tend to constantly blame other people. And as long as they do that, then you know that they have not changed. And you know that they are not being genuine. They're not being honest when they say that they're sorry. They have to take accountability, which is something that I don't even have to tell you. You already know when it comes to these narcs. You know, this was a lesson that it took me a while to learn, which is why I'm sharing this information with my tubies. Because that was one thing that it took me a minute, was these narcissists, they deliberately make you feel safe, and that's to set you up for the fall that they're plotting and scheming even further against you. So you have to be careful when it comes to these, whatever. Another thing I learned when it comes to the narcissist, that they never do anything right or do anything good or a favor for anyone for the right reason. It's always got to be something in it for them. There's always this hidden agenda. There's always, this second agenda, or like a fly in the ointment, you can say. A very important factor that my 2B should always keep in mind, that your brain can be fooled and your heart, sometimes it can be blind, but your gut, your intuition, that feeling that you get deep, deep in your gut, that never lies. I remember how many times I got those feelings in my stomach, and it was like my stomach, the tightening in my stomach, when I knew something was not right with this character, and I knew it. And I kept feeling this so intensely, and then I kept thinking about how many times my Heavenly Father kept removing him out, and I just felt bad about his disabilities and all. I kept bringing him back, but no, darling. And like I'm telling you now, you can never trust these narcissists. You cannot, darling, because as I'm telling you, trust me when I tell you, they are sneaky, they are underhanded, they are pathological liars, and they will never change, because in order to change, you first have to admit. You have to admit to things. They never admit anything. They don't see the areas where they're wrong. And to me, that's just mind-blowing. That's just totally unbelievable. It just totally freaks me out, really. There's times when I would sit here and ask myself, how is it that if you could trust this person again? And one of the questions I ask myself is, if I were to have little children, would I trust this person to stay and watch my children? And better yet, would you trust this person to watch your pet? Let's say I'm going out of town for, let's say, a good 3 days. Would I trust this character to watch Oreo, my beautiful kitty? And you guys have seen Ori. Would I trust him? No. Hell no. Hell no. I wouldn't trust this person with my children. I wouldn't trust this person with my cat. So this right there lets you know that you really need to focus and trust your instincts, because your instincts usually gives you a big tap on the shoulder. It gives you a big sign about a person when that person is not saved. And then after you get this tap on your shoulder in terms of your intuition, then your instinct starts nagging you. Then your instinct goes into this loud red siren. And you have to trust these things. You have to stop interacting with these unsafe and toxic people. You have got to follow that gut feeling. That's what I'm telling you. And each and every time I deal with my ex-narc, or I have dealt with him, my gut feeling tells me deep down inside, oh, hell no. This character is not sincere. Keep your guard up, because this character definitely wants to still hurt you. As I remember, he said he wanted to hurt me because I divorced him. Yeah, right. Like I divorced you for no reason. Get real. Yeah. So if he says that's the way I used to feel, but I don't feel that way anymore, that's bullcrap. You still haven't paid me my money. If you didn't want to hurt me, why haven't you paid me yet? That's the question I have, and that's the question that my intuition keeps in my head and in my heart. So you have to be careful. Like I said, when they claim that they just want to be your friend and they don't want to keep rehashing the past, and why do you keep bringing up the past? Why? Because you still haven't changed. It's never the past with these people. It's never the past. They won't let it be the past. Because the same things that they've done when they did all the low down, dirty, rotten things to you, they're still doing the same old thing. Like my ex-narc says to me, he wants to be friends. Why can't we just be friends? First of all, he could never be my friend. Ever, ever. The way he treats women, encouraging women to prostitute, and the way he likes to degrade women and make women feel cheap. And, when these narcissists try to degrade you, 9 times out of 10 is because people have constantly degraded them. I don't know, maybe he got somebody had raped him or used him up in his rectum or whatever the hell and degraded him so badly. That's why he only gets pleasure out of degrading women. He wants them all on their knees, and he wants to do this, and he wants all of this, whatever. He says he liked the white porn because they're real nasty, and they're piggish. This is why he prefers that. And I'm saying, no, you're not the friend for me. No, we can't be friends. I'm not the friend for you, and God knows you damn sure ain't the friend for me. Not with the moral code that he has. That ain't going to work for me, ever. So, my point is, should you trust these dusty narcissists? Because you know that they want unearned trust. Should you give it to them? Sheila True Love says, trust your intuition, trust your gut, and the answer is hell to the no. Until next time, don't forget, always be wise, my child. That's what made God and Christ's heart rejoice. Now I'm going to bed now because it's late and I'm tired and I have my Christian meeting tomorrow. Anyway, I love you so much. Good night, babies.